There is a version of me my family has believed in for 11 years, and I have never once corrected them. Not because it was generous of me, because by the time I noticed the mistake, I liked her better than I liked the truth. The myth is that I have never needed anyone's help with anything. My mother says it at least once a call, usually with something close to pride in her voice, the way you'd talk about a kid who taught herself to swim, though that's not quite it either. She means it as a compliment. It is one. I just don't think it's about me. It started the year I moved 4 hours north for a job that paid badly enough that I lived alone in a basement apartment with a landlord who never fixed the heat before November. I kept the key to my parents' house on my ring the whole time, a small, useless piece of metal I never once needed there, and never took off either. Why that and not a photograph? I couldn't tell you. I don't especially want to explain why that year was hard. It just was, in the plain, unremarkable way most hard years are. The kind that don't come with a story attached. Just a long stretch of gray Tuesdays that don't add up to anything you'd tell at a dinner table. The job itself I don't remember much about. A call center, a headset that never quite fit, a manager named Deb who brought in donuts on Fridays like that might fix something. None of that matters now. What matters is the bus and the wall, and how good I got at both. The mattress in that apartment had a valley worn so deep in the middle that I learned to sleep curled against the wall instead, my knees against the cold plaster so I wouldn't roll into the dip in the night. Was it the second winter the sag got that bad, or the first? The two have folded into each other by now, and I've stopped trying to pull them apart. I never told anyone about the wall, and I'm still not sure why. It seems like such a small thing to have kept quiet about, and yet it's the one detail from that year I've never said out loud. Not to my mother, not to anyone, until right now. What I've never said either is that most mornings I got up only because the bus left at 7:40, not because I'd found any better reason. The woman my mother is so proud of, the one who's always been fine on her own, didn't exist yet. I built her later, out of nothing but a schedule and a wall I slept facing. My mother doesn't know any of this. For years I assumed that not knowing was the misunderstanding itself, that if she ever found out, she would finally see the real shape of me, and something between us would settle into place. Now I think the misunderstanding runs the other way. I let her believe I'd always been the capable one for so long that I started practicing at it, alone, in a basement I never told her about, until I couldn't tell anymore where the practicing ended and the being simply began. Here's the part I really don't say. I'm not sure anymore which of it is real, whether I am, today, actually someone who doesn't need much help, or whether I only got very good, one bus and one winter at a time, at behaving like her. My mother would say there's no difference. I used to think there was, but I'm no longer sure that's a problem I need to solve. The key is still on my ring. I could tell her, next time she calls me capable, that the woman she's so proud of was built in a basement out of a bus schedule and a wall I slept facing. That there was a year when getting up wasn't a character trait, just a bus that wouldn't wait. But I won't. Some mornings I think that's a kind of generosity, letting her keep the version she loves. Other mornings, it feels simpler than that, just easier. She called this morning, the way she does most Sundays now, and partway through telling her about the drive to my new office, she said it again, the line I could recite in my sleep. "You've never needed anyone's help with anything, have you?" I laughed the laugh I've had ready for 11 years. My hand found the key on my ring without my telling it to, the useless one, and turned it once between my fingers, not to open anything, just to feel it catch.